When you hear the words sugar maple, you probably think syrup, right? But if you think syrup is the most valuable resource of the maple tree, you've been looking in the wrong part of the forest. Welcome back to The Wood Channel. I'm having breakfast at one of my favorite diners, Carol's, in Marietta, Georgia, and nothing says pancakes like maple syrup. What's up? I'm Jeff Packer, and by the end of this breakfast, you will learn what LeBron James and Juan Soto have in common with Acer saccharum, or more commonly known as the sugar maple. Let's go. For over a century, professional baseball ran on ash wood. It was light, flexible, and historic. But in the early 2000s, something changed. Pitchers got faster. Spin rates skyrocketed, and ash bats started exploding all over the place. You see, when ash wood breaks, it delaminates. It separates along its growth rings, turning the bat into a bundle of lethal flying spears. In 2008, Major League Baseball had a crisis on its hands. Bats were shattering at a rate of nearly one per game. They needed a savior, and they found it in the sugar maple. Here's the science. Ash is a ring-porous wood. It has a distinct band of large, weak pores grown in the spring, followed by a dense wood in the summer. Under extreme force, these weak bands unzip. But the sugar maple is a diffuse porous. Its pores are microscopically small and scattered evenly throughout the entire grain. It doesn't have a weak zone. So when a 95 miles per hour fastball meets a maple bat, the wood doesn't splinter. It compresses. It absorbs the shock, flexes, and drives the ball with massive kinetic force. Today, over 70% of Major League Baseball players swing maple. A whole sub-industry of specialized mills in Pennsylvania, New York, and Canada exists solely to scan those logs with the high-tech lasers, looking for the perfect slope of grain. One tiny deviation, and the bat is rejected. It is forestry operating at the level of aerospace engineering. But the sugar maple's dominance doesn't stop at the diamond. If you've ever watched an NBA game, you aren't just looking at a stadium floor. You're looking at a massive interconnected stage built from a very specific grade of northern sugar maple. Think about the physics of basketball. You have 10 athletes, many weighing well over 250 pounds, sprinting, cutting, and jumping with immense force on a single surface for 82 games a year. If the floor is too hard, their knees and ankles shatter from the impact. If it's too soft, the ball won't bounce consistently. So the NBA mandates that courts must be made of northern sugar maple, specifically grown above the 35th parallel. Why? Because the shorter growing seasons up north mean the trees grow slower, making the rings tighter and the wood incredibly uniformed. But the real magic is the industry hiding underneath the gloss. A modern NBA floor isn't nailed to the concrete. It's a high-tech modular system. Beneath the maple strips are layers of plywood and specialized rubber cushioning pads. When LeBron James drives the lane and plants his foot, the entire floor system deflects and absorbs that energy, returning it to his body. It's an active biomechanical system designed as a wooden floor. And when the season ends, a specialized crew disassembles all 200 plus panels like a giant jigsaw puzzle, packs it up in a truck, and leaves the concrete bare for a concert the next night. Every day, we walk past these trees. We look at them in the autumn when their leaves turn brilliant shades of orange and red, and we think about how beautiful nature is. We pour that sap onto our food and marvel at the tradition. But the real story of sugar maple is how human ingenuity looked at that microscopic structure of this plant and realized it could be just as hard as steel. It could take a beating, absorb the shock of our greatest athletes, and bounce back every single time. It's a living infrastructure, a resource that shapes our entertainment, protects our athletes, and runs our industries, all from a seed that fell in the northern woods over 100 years ago.
Did you learn something new? I certainly hope so. To continue the journey, please like and subscribe to our channel. If you have any interest in forestry or woodworking, please visit our website at www.thewoodchannel.com and find more information and active events sponsored by the channel and by our channel sponsor, and shop our merch store online where you're going to find all kinds of wood related products. We're always looking for educational speaking opportunities, so message us. Thank you for visiting the Wood Channel. Click the thumbnail above to catch our next episode, and remember, if it's wood, it's all good.